Hi, Cookie Monster.
Hello.
Are you ready to learn some more of the Communist Manifesto?
Yeah, because Cookie Monster is not really a communist yet. He has to finish the manifesto.
Okay.
Then he gets to be a black belt in communism.
Exactly. So we've managed to make it through the preamble, and now we can get on to the actual manifesto. It's very exciting.
It's exciting. That means we want to do it a whole lot.
Yes. So, part 1. Bourgeoisie and proletariat.
Bourgeoisie and proletariat. Proletarians.
So we have.
What is those? Is that like different kinds of cookies?
No, it's different kinds of people, but we have a footnote that's going to explain it to us.
Oh, a footnote.
Cookie
Monster doesn't have feet because, see, he's a puppet.
Okay.
So if you try to tag a note to his foot, you won't succeed.
Okay. Well, we're just going to read in the footnote in the book.
Okay.
So, by bourgeoisie is meant the class of modern capitalists.
Modern capitalists.
Owners of the means of social production.
Means of social production. What is social production? Social means, Cookie Monster heard, that means like people talking to each other and that kind of thing.
So I think here it means people who make the stuff that society uses.
Okay. Like the people who make the cookies.
Yes. So they're the owners of the means of social production and employers of wage labor.
So they own the butter and the milk and the chocolate chippies.
Yeah, and then they pay people to make the cookies.
They pay them cookies? What do they pay them?
Well, usually they pay money.
What is that, like cookies?
For some people, yeah. But,
okay, so they pay them cookies.
And so by proletariat, the class of modern wage laborers who, having no means of production on their own, are reduced to selling their labor power in order to live.
They have to sell their labor. Labor is like what they do.
Right, it's like working. So these are the people who work in the cookie factory and make the cookies.
They're like the bakers.
Yeah.
They have to sell the bakes, their ability to bake. They go, hey, would you want to buy some baking? And the person says, okay, and they buy the baking.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're talking about.
Cookie Monster would like to get paid in cookies. But Cookie Monster doesn't know how to bake. He tried to learn how to bake by watching a YouTube video, but he didn't understand how to do it.
Well, maybe you can find a better one. But anyway, so the history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggle.
Class struggle. They go struggle. They go rah.
Yeah, so the bourgeoisie and the proletarian are two different classes, and they struggle, and that's the history of all of society.
They struggle. Me thought they make cookies together. What do? Do they make cookies together, or do they struggle?
So the proletarians who are making the cookies, they're not making the cookies for themselves. They're making it for the bourgeoisie.
But the bourgeoisie pay them in cookies.
Yeah, but they pay them in very few cookies.
So not
they have
enough
to work
cookies.
they have to work for really long hours, and they don't get enough cookies.
That makes Cookie Monster sad that they don't have enough cookies.
Yeah.
Everyone should have cookies.
Yeah.
Lots of cookies.
Yeah. So, freeman and slave, patrician and plebeian, lord and serf, guildmaster and journeyman.
Journeyman.
Yeah.
Is that a superhero? Journeyman.
No, it means someone who's learning how to do a skill. like be a leather worker or a blacksmith.
Okay.
So in a word, oppressor and oppressed.
Oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the oppressor and who is the oppressed?
So the oppressor is the one who is making the other person work for him.
Okay.
They stood in constant opposition to one another.
Opposition.
So they stood against one another, and they carried on an uninterrupted, but now hidden, now open fight, a fight that each time ended either in a revolutionary reconstitution of society at large or in the common ruin of the contending classes.
Okay.
So these two kinds of people, the people who work and the people they work for, were always struggling, and sometimes the struggle caused revolutions, and sometimes it caused the collapse of society.
Okay, me a bit tired now.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.